that conference has come down the last 2 weeks.
And Farrell plays Rochester and Southside. Southside's got a good shot at the playoffs as well.
Here, of course, center at Shenango, and the Trojans find themselves in a unique situation. They haven't lost a game yet this year, and technically they are tied for first place going into tonight's game due to the fact that Aliquippa has played 2 more games. They have 1 win and 1 loss more. And Shenango, of course, nipping right at their heels, 1 full game behind the Center Trojans. This game tonight is actually a battle for second place, because if Shenango wins, the 2 teams will be tied for second place. Here's a unique situation.
The Wildcats have won the toss and elected to receive.
Well, that wasn't a unique situation. Kind of a strange huddle by the Center Trojans around the football.
Jerry Keir set to kick it away. Good high booming kick, and we are underway. Kick taken by Ed Lynch at the 15, 20, 25, gets to the outside 30, still on his feet, 35, down right there. Eddie Lynch losing his footing, and Shenango in excellent field position at their own 35. Looking at the starting offense for Shenango, Justin Palkovich, the quarterback. The running backs are B.J. Stubel, Brandon Albertini, both seniors. Junior Joel Phillips will be in the slot. The split end, Ed Lynch, he's a senior. The tight end is Matt Walzak, a senior. Offensive line looking like this. The tackles are senior Jake Collins and senior John Park. The guards, senior James Kaczynski and senior Frank Fusco. The center is junior John Montgomery. In motion, Joel Phillips, far to near side. Getting the football is Albertini, and Albertini will get about a yard. That's about all. Good tough defense there by center and the nose guard, Joe Nally, number 36.
Again, the key to beat center, you want to throw the football, or at least establish the run to throw the football. As the Center Trojan team, as Mark mentioned in the pregame, the worst pass defensively in the Beaver Valley.
They'll give them a gain of 2 with Albertini on the first play. Second down and 8, the situation at the Shenango 37. On the option, pitch to Stubel. Stubel running from 40, 45 midfield, and brought down right there. Good for the Shenango, first down to carry by B.J. Stubel. Will give him 14 yards.
We've talked about it week in, week out. Justin Falkovich holds on to the football to the very last second before he pitches to Stubel. He sells that play better than just about anybody we've ever seen.
First down for Shenango, just underway, 11 minutes to go in the opening quarter, no score. Shenango taking the kickoff, nice return by Eddie Lynch, and a nice run by B.J. Stubel, putting it the nose of the football into center territory at the 49. Stubel again on the carry, and Stubel will lose a yard. Tom Zelinsnik, one of the linebackers, Tom Chikowski, the other linebacker, making the stop.
I got a little bit of trouble with the penetration that time.
I was waiting to see where they were going to put the football down. It's at the midfield stripe, so it is a loss of a yard on the play. Second down and 11.
Right in the middle of the big X.
And they were up there painting it yesterday when I came up to talk to the coach. So very unique. Phillips in motion from the wing, and Joel will get the football, and Joel will get a carry of about 4 yards to the 36-yard line. Dragging him down was Brian Eckhart, one of the corners. The third down and long situation for Shenango. About 6 for a first down. Make it 7.
Great block by Albertini. Albertini got to the linebacker, put his body between the linebacker and the ball carrier, and then turned his body as the ball carrier went past. Very difficult to do. Great job by Brandon Albertini.
Third and 7, Lynch to the far side. Again, Phillips in the slot. Option to Stubel. Stubel turns the corner, and he is very close to a first down. B.J. Stubel on the carry. The tackle made by T.J. Fontana. This is going to be very close. And he is short by about half a yard from where his knee touched, right on the 40-yard line. And I would think in this situation, Stan, that this would be a definite go situation. You got Albertini, you got Stubel.
Frank's going for it, no question about it. Again, Justin selling the option play at the last minute. He's taking punishment on those now, but just a great job.
Very tight formation for Shenango. Albertini is thrown back, and he gets the person close.
I don't know.
It's close. It's really close.
They're going to bring the chains in for this.
They'll stop the clock while the officials with 8:41 to play for a measurement. I think he's got this, Stan. Judging from where they've got the football, I think he's got it. They'll bring the sticks out. And this is a key, early on, this is a key measurement right here. They'll stretch, and it is a center football. He didn't get it. No gain for Albertini, center football. At the 8:41 mark.
That was a tough mark, too. I really think that they marked the ball a little bit short, where Brandon actually went over the pile with his initial drive. But nonetheless, center has the ball on their own 40.
TJ Fontana, the quarterback, they'll send receivers to both sides. Single back is Brian Eckhart. We talked about John Sims in the pregame. He is not a starter. And getting the football.
Oh, great forming.
Will be Eckhart, and Eckhart will get maybe a yard. That's all.
I think it was Frankie Fusco that came up and made the big hit.
Second down and 9. Backs will split this time. Shifting out is Brandon Flacco. Pitch to Eckhart, and Eckhart trying to turn the corner, and he'll get a yard, maybe two, but Terry Lascola able to shut the play down coming up for the corner for the Wildcats.
Where Terry got there, Mark Frampton came up, had great penetration from the cornerback spot, was able to hit the running back in the backfield. Anytime you do that, Mark, you know you're going to get help from your backside.
And keep your eye on Terry, too, as well. He's had a bum shoulder the last couple of weeks, and we'll see how that goes. Coach Bonjavingo saying that he's healthy. Two receivers near side. In motion, Coladonado, and getting the football up the middle was Eckhart, and he'll get nothing.
Albertini.
That was John Sims, I should say.
Albertini in there. Kaczynski in there. Great job by Shenango.
They stuck the 9.7-yard average. Mr. Sims in there, and he got nothing. Sean Coladonado to punt it away for the Trojans. Good high kick. It'll hit it to 25 and take a center roll and roll inside the 15, down to the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Let's take time. 6:50 to play here in the opening quarter. No score. Shenango with the football deep in their own territory when we return. You're listening to high school football on 1280 WKST.
Soft drinks and more. You can fill up the tank, too, for all those errands and trips at Red Apple Food Mart. You can even play the daily lottery at Red Apple. That's Red Apple Food Marts, 1010 Wilmington Road, Route 224, Parkstown, and Route 422 in Shenango Township. Another service of Friends Petroleum.
Brandon Albertini, the ball carrier, and Albertini gets from the 9-yard line out to the 13. A gain of almost 4 yards for Brandon Albertini.
I like what Ron Javingo and his staff is doing down here, Mark. Even though they're down near their own goal line, they're running the double wide position and having the offensive linemen their normal spreads. What they're doing is they're spreading out the center Trojan defense from sideline to sideline. What that does is it opens up more running lanes for the running back.
Lynch split to the far side. Phillips in the slot. Phillips will get the football, and he's got all kinds of room. 20, still on his feet, 25. Joel Phillips. Good for a first down for Shenango to the 26-yard line.
Pick up a 13. There's what we talked about in the pregame show, Mark. That simple misdirection play. You got the aggressive defensive line. They're coming down in their slots, and right up the gut with that misdirection. They've got them fooled.
And Shenango's had just so many great backs to carry the football with that particular play. This time Walzak will split to the near side, Lynch to the far side. Stubel in motion. And getting the football is Albertini, and Albertini rushes for another first down for Shenango. A gain of 11 for Brandon Albertini.
Erling rushing totals, Joel Phillips 17, Brandon Albertini 16, BJ Stubel 18.
Ryan Eckhart there making the stop, but not before Albertini ripped off. They'll mark it. Now, darn these officials. I said first down, and I lied. They mark his knee down at the 36-yard line. So it's a gain of 9 officially. Second down and inches for a first down. This time getting the football is Albertini, and Albertini gets the first down for Shenango. It just took 2 plays to get to the same result. 5:04 to go. Opening quarter. No score. Shenango and Center here this evening. Big Mac Conference battle.
John Park out of the game right now. Dennis Carroll is taking his place for Shenango.
I know one thing. I would not want to have to pay the feed bill on one Dennis Carroll. 6'3", 350, and a senior. He's a big one. Phillips in motion. Looking to throw is Palkovich. Passing complete. Phillips was the intended receiver. Coverage by Sean Coladonado.
Well, there's our first attempt of the evening against the Center Trojan defense. Good call. Got the isolated one-on-one coverage. Palkovich just a little bit too much mustard on that.
You sell the run.
That's right.
Now you go play action. Then now you can go back to the run. But you get to thinking, you never know about that play action. Lynch here to the near side. On the option, Palkovich to Stubel. Stubel 40, 45, close to midfield at the 49-yard line. DJ Stubel. Stop made by David Fitzgerald and TJ Fontana.
Josh Reed, who is the outside linebacker for Center, is coming up. He's giving Justin a lick every time they run that option play. Give Justin credit. He's holding on to that sucker at last minute. He makes that pitch. That's what makes that thing run.
Now it's a 4:15 mark to go. First and 10, Shenango. Palkovich to throw, rolling to his right. Looks, throws, pass is caught by Lynch. 40-yard line and a first down. Into Center territory. The stop made by Ryan No, a 6-foot, 154-pound junior. But the gain is good for 11 yards and a first down. Once again, play action, Stan.
Great to have that weapon, though. Boy, Lynch is not afraid to go get the football in traffic. That just takes a unique personality all on its own right there.
Kid's been pulling him in for 3 years here for Shenango. Lynch again split to the near side. Phillips will go the other way this time on that little misdirection. But no, it's straight free. 30, down the sideline, 25, to the 20, inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. That's goal, Phillips. They'll run him out of bounds at the 11. Mark it back to the 12. So a gain on the play.
28.
Even my feeble brain can come up with that. 40 minus 12 is 28. First and 10 for Shenango. Deep inside Center territory. First entry into the red zone on the night for both either team. Palkovich. Little pitch to Stubel. Stubel turns the corner inside the 10 to the 9 and maybe a face mask. I think that's what we've got is there's laundry on the field. We'll get the preliminary signal from the referee. Stubel was tackled at the 9-yard line. It is a face mask. It's against Center, and it'll be a first and goal for Shenango. The play carried to the 9, a gain of 3. Half the distance will take it.
Take it to the 4 because they're marking the flag at the 10. Well, so we'll take it to the 5, really.
So the ball should go in about just inside the 4, it looks like.
Yeah, there it is.
That's go. And it'll be first. And it'll be first. Not an automatic first down, so it'll be first down and about 2 for the first down. 4 for the touchdown. Alkovich under center. They get the down over again. Hands it off Albertini. Albertini's in the end zone for a touchdown for Shenango. The Cats lead 6-0. It's a 4-yard touchdown run for Brendan Albertini. Score number 5 on the year.
Oh, I love downfield blocking. Sean Montgomery, the center, leading him in on the outside, on an outside run play. Oh, I love that.
Joe Pastorella on the attempt the extra point. The holder is Ed Lynch. Pastorella 12 conversions on the year and make it 13 as this one is dead center. 2:48 to play in the first quarter. It's Shenango 7, Center nothing. Timeout on 1280 WKSC. And we are back here at Glenn Plop Johnson Field in Shenango Township. Brandon Albertini's 5th touchdown of the season, a 4-yard run, giving the Cats the 7-0 lead. And Stan, the stats on that drive?
91 yards, 10 plays, 402. Albertini, a 4-yard run, 7-0 Shenango.
We like those stats, by the way.
91 yards. Nice drive, very nice.
Set up nicely by the pass play to Lynch. Couple of runs by B.J. Stupel and Brandon Albertini. Pastorella to kick. Joey hits it out of bounds at the 20-yard line, which means center will get the football at the 35.
Come on now, defense!
Trojans, T.J. Fontana, the quarterback. Brian Eckhart, the running back, along with Sean Polidonado and Brandon Flasco. You'll see John Sims in the backfield, too, as well. Sims is only a sophomore, but 1 carry so far and no yardage for Mr. Sims.
Sims last week was also put in punt return situations later in the game, and he just lit up the yards, so keep an eye on that later on here.
High formation. Eckhart the deep back, Flasco the fullback. They'll fake the handoff, play action, and rolling is Fontana. Fontana looks, throws, pass is caught. Into Shenango territory at the 40-yard line is the tight end, Scott Jubak. They'll run Jubak out at the 37. Big pickup on the play for center.
25.
That is correct. Now it's back to the 40. You know, I wish these guys would get this spot correct. Ball spotted at the 40 where it was originally called. Again, I with 2 receivers here to the near side. Fontana on the handoff. Eckhart, all kinds of running room. 30. Eckhart 25. Down to the inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Eddie Lynch on the stop. It's another first down for center. A gain this time of 17 for Brian Eckhart.
Great open field tackle by Eddie Lynch. He saw the running back coming back when he went down to the knees to make sure he got the back down. If he doesn't do that, that's a touchdown.
2:28 to go. Running clock, first quarter. Shenango with the lead, 7-0. 2 receivers to the far side. The tight end Jubak to the near side. And the hand off to Eckhart. He gets outside 20. Eckhart 15. Eckhart down to the 10-yard line. Pickup on the play of 13 yards and a first down situation for the Trojans. We'll see if it's first and goal.
We're going to have another game like last week, right? Get your seatbelt on, Mark. Make sure the chair's in an upright position because we're flying here tonight.
The ball is resting the nose of the football right at the 10-yard line. So it's a first and goal from the 10. This time backs are split. Give to the second man through Eckhart. Eckhart dances into the end zone for a touchdown for the center Trojans. 1:41 to go. A very efficient drive for the center Trojans. And they're back. They're on the board. It's 7-6 in favor of Shenango. "10 yards on the touchdown run, Brian Eckhart. Jared Keir will come on to attempt the extra point. The holder is the quarterback, T.J. Fontana. Right foot soccer style. Ball is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Timeout on the field. 1:41 to go here in the opening quarter. We're knotted at 7. It's Shenango in center. You're listening to high school football on 1280 WKSC.
4 plays and 65 yards, 221. Eckhart, 10-yard run. We're tied at 7.
Pretty much on the back of Brian Eckhart on that entire drive. The one big completion, the Jew back.
Really haven't seen much defense in this conference for the past couple weeks, have we?
Mike Smianik from Aliquippa called it, so it's just like the whack. No defense and lots of scoring. Jared Keir to kick it away.
Fun to watch.
Mitch and Frampton are the deep men. Taken by Lynch inside the 10. Eddie will be brought down, just still on his feet, but not this time. He's not going to get away from the pressure of Chris Harper. Also over there was Brandon Flasco. They'll spot the football at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 for Shenango.
All right.
Can we get another scoring drive in a buck 33?
I don't know. The last time Shenango had the ball, they went 91 yards. This one being 87.
Cats break the huddle. Lynch will split this time to the far side. And back for split, Phillips in motion. Going out into the pattern. On the option, Palkovich this time on a keeper, and Palkovich will get only to the 15-yard line for a gain of about 3 yards. Play was read nicely by the center Trojans. Bruce Biggins, one of the defensive ends.
And you have to do that once in a while. You can't pitch it on every play. You have to keep the defensive ends honest, because if you don't, they're going to stray away from the arm's length away from the quarterback. So I applaud Justin on his decision.
I'm sure Coach will be very happy with that. Getting the football at Phillips. Phillips on the little misdirection. It spins very close to a 1st down. Joel Phillips on the carry. The stop was made by T.J. Fontana. And it looks like that he'll be just short of a 1st down. It will be 3rd down. Gain on the play of 7.
Joel is having an interesting night already. 4 carries for 52 yards in the 1st quarter.
Under 30 seconds to play in the 1st.
What were the rushing totals last week? 168 and
153.
That's Stubel and Albertini. That's what they had against Aliquippa last week.
Phillips splits out. Handoff Albertini. 1st down Shenango, stopping the clock with 6 seconds to go. Out to the 26-yard line. We will call it a gain of 4. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Shenango. Clock will roll, and that'll be the end of the 1st quarter. End of 1 quarter here at Glen Pop Johnson Field in Shenango Township. We're tied at 7. Shenango in center. Cats with the football. 2nd quarter action is next on 1280 WKSC.
Welcome back to Glen Pop Johnson Field. We're at the end of 1. 7-7 your score, Shenango in center.
Mark Shaw, Stan Roberts here at Glen Pop Johnson Field. It's beautiful Glen Pop Johnson Field. And I'll tell you what, Stan, another great crowd on hand.
Yeah, you're right. Look at them. They're about 2 deep all the way around. Fence goes all the way around here at Glen Pop.
And you always look around the seats in front of us, you know. You see some spotted seats here, spotted seats there. Well, how many of these ticket holders are over on the fence, up on the hill on the other side, down in the end zone?
I don't like sitting in the same place every time. You know, it's just something in my own nature. I wander. In fact, I watched the game this afternoon, as you know, I was out Duquesne. I watched it from 3 different places today. Enjoyed every spot.
See, I've been taking, when I've been going to games just on my own, of walking the sideline.
Of course, you know where I spend most of the game. We'll talk about that here after this play.
1st and 10 for Shenango at their own 26-yard line. Palkovich to throw. Pass is caught to Lynch, and Lynch thrown backwards, but forward progress gets him to the 30-yard line, which will be a gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
All right, you know me. You've been with me to many games. Where do I spend most of the game?
End zone.
That's right. Right behind the goalpost.
And why is that?
I love watching the blocking schemes and watching plays develop. Just absolutely love that. I know I'm in the minority.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I've enjoyed watching many a game from the end zone. Phillips in the slot on the 2nd and 5 play. He'll shift out into the pattern. Handoff going to the first back through. That's Brandon Albertini. And Albertini will get a gain of maybe 2 yards to the 32-yard line. Making the stop was Brandon Flasco, number 44. Tom Chakowski was there as well, one of the linebackers, number 30.
Okay, let's see how this offensive line does on this play. Back in the game is John Park, by the way.
Cats moving some people in and out. We've talked about that throughout the season, that Coach Bonjavingo has run a lot of people in and out of the game, trying to keep them fresh. Stubel will go in motion. Malkovich to throw. Pass is incomplete, almost intercepted. Lynch had it. The ball clicked off the shoulder, and Brian Eckhart had a chance to pick it off, just couldn't chase down that loose football.
BJ rolled right. He stepped away from his pressure. The backs picked up the pressure. The offensive line did a great job in cupping the pocket. Park did a great job on coming back and taking 2 steps back and turning his man in.
It looked like Cola Donato was the man providing coverage for the Trojans. Matt Walzak to kick it away for Shenango. Inside his own 20. Good snap. Center with the return on. Good high booming kick. Fair catch called for and taken by the Trojans, and Ryan No at the 37-yard line. Make it the 38-yard line. 10:25 to play. Quarter number 2. We're tied at 7. Let's take time on 1280 WKST.
Fix dealer in Sharon, Colm at 347-4411 and in Newcastle at 658-7111.
Central Heating and Plumbing.
Center completing the pass. Cola Donato to Ryan No, and No will go for a touchdown as they ran the old backward pass, and it was a lateral. The lateral from Fontana to Cola Donato. He took a step back behind the line of scrimmage, threw the football up. No was there. The pass was a little short. No came back to the football and made the play.
Halfback option, worked to perfection. You got to give the receiver credit. He did come back for the football. That's what made that pass completion.
And the Cats had it read too, but just the receiver made a better adjustment on the football than Eddie Lynch, the defender. So center takes a 13-7 lead. Jared Keir on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of T.J. Fontana. Low snap. Keir gets the kick up, however, and the kick is good. 10:13 to go here in the second quarter. Center takes the lead, 14-7. We'll take time on 1280 WKST. The Trojans take the lead on the halfback pass from Sean Coladonato to Ryan No for the touchdown.
62 yards, 1 play, 12 seconds.
When we talk about explosive for the center Trojans, we weren't kidding, folks. And Donnie Phillips not one to miss a little bit of trickery in his offense.
Coladonato did a good job, too. As you mentioned, he took a step back to make sure he was positioned right to find No down the field.
Keir on the boot. Short kick taken by Stubel at the 10. 15 to the 20. BJ still on his feet. 25 down the sideline. 35 to the 40. Stubel still on his feet. 45-yard line. An excellent kickoff return of 35 yards for BJ Stubel. And the Cats will start an excellent field position.
Okay, let's see if the offensive line can pick up where they left off. That 91-yard drive, they were just absolutely dominating.
And remember, the Cats had a good drive to start the game, but they turned the ball over on downs in center territory at the 40-yard line. Double wing, single back is Albertini. And Albertini will get the football, and a huge haul for Albertini inside center territory at the 44-yard line. That is good enough for a first down for the Shenango Wildcats and Brandon Albertini.
Oh, Frank Fusco on a trap. Oh, my, Mark. The guy took 2 steps to the backfield. Frank just came down and just leveled a beautiful job.
Pickup of 12 on the great trap, blocking by Fusco, and the excellent acceleration through the hole by Brandon Albertini. Lynch to the near side, 1st and 10 Cats. At the center, 44. Stubel this time with the football, and BJ having some tough running room this time, but he'll get a couple of yards on the stop. Tom Zalesnik also there, and got an injured Cat. No, an injured Trojan, I should say. Tom Franklin is down at the line of scrimmage. You're dead serious. Well, why not if one of our colleagues brings he brings a big bottle with him every time he does a broadcast.
Oh, Kenny's coffee is fabulous.
I was talking about one of our other colleagues with the spring water.
Oh, I didn't know that was a tradition.
Albertini on the carry. Pickup of about 3, maybe 4 yards for Brandon. Down to the 36-yard line. And Albertini a little slow to get up, but he's okay. He's taking a little break. Hey, you run for 4 or 5 yards, you're entitled to take a little break. 3rd and 2 situation.
All right, let's focus on the line again on this play. They've pretty much been the driving force. The fact that Shenango's been able to run the football so efficiently here.
Albertini on the carry, shakes one man, and carries about 2 or 3 center Trojans for a 1st down to the 31-yard line. Pickup of 6 on the play for Brandon Albertini, and he ran right over Tom Franklin's replacement, Michael Saravolo.
But Saravolo was off balance because Jake Collins hit him first. He was off balance, and it's very easy to drive a man several yards downfield if you've got big Jake Collins pushing on you first. Very easy.
Jake, 6 foot, 250, a senior, a 2-year letter winner for the Wildcats. Double swat. Stubel will get the football, and Stubel will get very little yardage. Good scouting there by the center Trojans. A loss on the play of a yard to the 32. David Fitzgerald was there, as was Tom Zalesnik.
Clock really not a factor yet with just under 8 minutes now, and the clock is rolling, but
each team with all 3 timeouts remaining in this half. Halkovich on the pitch to Stubel. Stubel will get back to the line of scrimmage. They get about a yard to the 31-yard line. Gain of a yard. 3rd down and about 10 for the Cats. And I would have to say 2 down territory here, Stan.
Again, I'm no coach, but Shenango's been so successful on that option play. Center's defensive backs are now cheating. They're coming up and they're aggressively attacking the offensive back on that pitch play. Might be a good time for a roll-out pass, maybe a triple option type of deal here. See what happens.
Halkovich to throw, whistles, and flags. Late flags, but lots of whistles. And I'm not going to speculate here because I didn't see. And it'll be a legal procedure against the Cats. We'll make it a 3rd and 15 from the 36. .7:03 to go in the 2nd quarter. Center on the halfback option pass. Coladonato tossing it up to Ryan No for the touchdown. That's how they have the lead at 14-7. Halkovich to throw on the 3rd down and long. Over the middle. Pass is incomplete. Intended receiver for the Cats was Matt Walzak, number 86. And they wasn't going to get to that one. Pass was a little overthrown. Excellent coverage there by the man we just mentioned, Sean Coladonato. And he also got some help from Brian Eckhart.
Justin's trying to do, he's trying to put a little air on the ball, under the ball, let the receivers run underneath it. 4 down territory, as you mentioned, Mark, with the ball on the 35. The Canes are going to go, or the Wildcats are going to go for it on 4th and 15.
Real quickly on that play, Walzak couldn't get the step on the defensive back. Halkovich to throw. Sets the screen up and it's intercepted. Making the pick for center was the nose guard, Brandon Blasco. So with 6:40 to go in the second quarter, center takes over on the interception at the 42-yard line.
It's something you don't get to say every day. The nose guard gets an interception.
Brandon, not the biggest kid in the world at 5'11" and 186 pounds, but I'll tell you what, it's got to be tough as nails to play that nose position.
Some of the toughest nose guards I've ever known are smallish in stature.
Fontana to the handoff. Eckhart. This time the Cat defense comes to life and shuts Eckhart down for a gain of about 2 yards. Joe Pascarella was there, as was Frank Fusco. No, take that back. There was Jake Combs, number 66. 2 yards of the pickup, 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line of center. And lots of time for the Trojans. They haven't needed it on the night with 6:12 to go. 2 receivers far side. Receiver the near side. Option pitch. Eckhart getting it. Gets loose from one man. Eckhart into Shenango territory. Ran out of bounds. Close to the 45-yard line. Now they'll keep the clock stopped on the first down. But Eckhart's knee came down in bounds back at the 47. Make the 46-yard line. Pickup on the play of 10.
Eckhart unofficially 7 carries for 55 yards, and we haven't even heard from John Sims yet.
Thank you, Deuce. Lawrence Sturcinski. Man of 25,000 games, all in one season. Getting the football is Colodonato, and Colodonato, nothing doing. Lost on the play for the center Trojans.
James Kosinski.
And he had a little bit of help, too, from Joey Pascarella as well. But a good job there by Kosinski to get into that backfield and tell Sean Colodonato, hey, that's enough. No gain for you on that one. Matter of fact, loss of a yard.
Get the quarterback!
2 receivers near side, receiver to the far side. Eckhart deep back in the eye. Blitz is on, falls loose, and let's see who's got it. Center has recovered the football. Montana lost it, and Eckhart recovered it. And the Cats came with the all-out blitz there, Stan.
I think Joel Phillips is the guy that got the hammer down. He did the old hammer shot. You know, you take your fist and you just bring it down as hard as you can to try to punch the arm of the quarterback.
Loss on the play of about 5 yards. 3rd down and 16 from the 47 of center. And now the Trojans letting a little bit of the time tick off here. Keep an eye on the back judge on this play. See if the arm goes up. They get the play off. Montana rolling. Near side. He's going to keep it. No, it gets back from behind the line of scrimmage. Pass incomplete. Eckhart had it over. No, flag. A late flag coming in. As Fontana was actually past the line of scrimmage, but then took a step back, making an illegal pass, and the flag will be pass interference against Shenango. And Frank Bonjavingo just puts his head down and starts walking the sideline. I don't know about that one, Stan. Eckhart went up for the ball. It looked like Stubel took his legs out. The question was he early?
I don't know. But I think Stubel was down first, and the receiver sort of like ran up Stubel trying to catch the football. If that's the case, then the defender had position, and the receiver was just in error trying to get position in order to get to the football.
4:04 to go. First down on the penalty. Taking the football to the 37-yard line of Shenango. 15-yard walk-off against the Cats. Fontana, the quarterback, calling the signals. Handoff Sims. And Sims across the 35 to the 34-yard line where James Kosinski made the stop. Gain of about 3. And I'll tell you what, it looked like if Eckhart was the fullback on that play, it looked like Eckhart might have got off a hair too soon, went forward motion before the snap of the football.
Well, Mr. Sims, or Captain Nueve, as we'll call him, because he carries the ball 9 times per carry, has 2 carries for 5 yards here tonight against this strong Shenango defense.
Back to split this time on the option. Eckhart, it gets shut down by B.J. Stupel and Brandon Albertini. Stupel takes out Eckhart's legs for no gain on the play. And a timeout taken by center, their first.
Oh, B.J. Stupel, he's just been a fantastic defensive player for years here.
Center takes their first timeout. Will do the same. 3:13 remaining, second quarter. Center 14, Shenango 7. Timeout at 1280 WKSC.
Kelly, I am a partner in the law firm of Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and Sapienza, your trial attorneys. My partner, Chuck Garbett, and I have been board certified as civil trial specialists. And so if you have been the victim of medical malpractice or an automobile accident, you can call us in Newcastle at 658-8535 or in Elwood City at 758-7581. No recovery, no fee.
And we are back here at Gun Club Johnson Field. The Trojans taking their first of 3 allotted timeouts, Stan. And a great job there by B.J. Stupel to shut down the run on Brian Eckhart.
That's the second beautiful open field tackle we've seen B.J. Stupel make here tonight. He made 2, and A.A. Lynch has made another. You can really tell how Shenango is trained as far as tackling the ball carriers.
Receiver to the boundary on the far side. Also receiver near side, over the middle, passes incomplete. They look for the tight end shoe back on the pot pass, and it was broken up by Brandon Albertini as that pass falls harmlessly to the ground, incomplete.
I like the way Brandon did that, too. He just stepped in front of the receiver and punched it down. Real nice.
Almost like a Steiner line on that play, using the forearm to knock the football down.
That's right.
4th and 8 for the Trojans at the 35 of Shenango.
Angle coverage to the near side.
Wins the near side, receiver to the boundary on the far side. Montana to throw. Pass is caught, first down. Making the catch is Adam DeFilippi, and he's got a first down at the 21-yard line of Shenango.
DeFilippi wasn't the man in single coverage either. That was just a great job by B.J. Fontana, seeing where the seam was and found out that the defensive backs were too far back, and he picks up DeFilippi right in that seam. Bam, there it was.
And you're wondering, Stan, you say you may have heard that name before, DeFilippi. Of course, his dad, Paul, one of the coaches for the Center Trojans, and the former head coach at Monaca. 1st and 10 from the 20. Sims on the carry, big hole. John Sims will get into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he's limping.
And I think Sims may have pulled something on that touchdown run, but it does not matter. It still counts. 20 yards on the score. Center takes a 20-7 lead.
Well, there's Captain Waving.
And then some. 20-7. Sims the score, 20 yards on the run.
They're calling Captain Bente on that one, or whatever it is. Jeez.
Here to attempt the extra point, Montana to hold. Low snap. Montana does a great job getting it down, and the kick is up and good. Timeout. 2:35 to play here in the second quarter. Center 21, Shenango 7. Let's take time on 1280 WKST. 20-yard touchdown run by John Sims. The drive, Stan?
9 plays, 59 yards, 409, or 405, excuse me. Sims, 20 yards, 21-7, center.
Jared Keir set to kick it away. I'll tell you what, with this huddle on the kickoff, it makes it easier for Keir, and I have to wonder if maybe the Trojans either got burnt with either 12 or 10 men on the field at one time. Makes it real easy for the kicker to count.
Yeah, 5 to the left of me, 5 to my right. Here I am. I'm the 11th man, right? Isn't there a song like that?
Absolutely. Keir on the kick. If there's not, we just made one. Taken by Lynch at the 5, 10, 15 to the 20. Eddie will be brought down at the 25-yard line. Special teams play by Ryan No, and also over there as well, Brian Fontana. Fontana, a sophomore, 6 foot, 174 pounds.
Growing big young these days. All right, 2:27 to go before halftime. Let's see if Shenango's offensive line still has a little bit of mustard left in them before the half.
26-yard line, this spot, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Cats have all 3 timeouts remaining. And we've seen them move the ball down the field in this kind of situation. So split Lynch to the near side. Walzak is tight to the far side. Phillips on the carry. On that misdirected fumble. And I think center might have it. And they do. Phillips had it and had it punched out. And it is center football. Recovering the football was Tom Chikowski, number 30.
Well, that's the one thing you didn't want to have happen, especially this late and this deep in your own territory.
And we knew long before the official signal that center had the football, because out of the corner of my eye, I picked the headset of Frank Blangevingo going up in the air and crashing to the ground.
Well, it was very easy. A bright orange cord going all over the field.
Fontana under center, 2:18 to go. Looking to put a big hurt on the Wildcats here. Eckhart trying to get to the outside. He's not going to do it. Matt Walzak there is along with B.J. Stubel for a loss on the play for Brian Eckhart of a couple of yards.
Oh, did Walzak do a great job getting up there quickly to recognize the play and make a stop. Excellent job by Walzak.
2 yards to the negative side for Eckhart on that carry. 2nd down and 12. Clock running at 1:45 to go.
Eckhart's lost yardage his last 2 carries.
Center, though, not really concerned about it because they've got 2 timeouts remaining. Donato in the slot here, the near side, back split. Montana to throw, looking to know. He's got it, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Ryan No, 31 yards on the completion from C.J. Fontana.
What a strike. He put that right on the number at full stride.
And for someone that had only thrown 35 passes this year, T.J. Fontana looking very nice on that one, Stan. Right on the mark, as you said.
Oh, yeah, that would be on the extra point
A
there.
penalty against center for
Celebration.
unsportsmanlike conduct call. And this will be on the extra point try, so this will make it a very long attempt.
This kid has kicked them into the midnight, though, for the past 3 extra points.
Deep over the long jump pit.
Yeah, this Tier kid, he can really boot the ball. Center has an excellent soccer program, always has.
So put the tee down on the 25. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. And you want to talk kickers? We'll talk kickers after this conversion attempt. Good snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. It's away, and it is good. 28-7 as he hits a 35-yard extra point.
Could have made it from 50.
Does Jared Keir. I'll tell you what, Stan. 28-7 to score. Minute 25 to go. Boy, Shenango needs a very large kickoff effort here from either Stubel or Lynch.
And we've seen it before.
Absolutely. Well, I'll go to finish my thought on the kickers. We saw a kid last night for West Allegheny by the name of Brad Nida. And you know, West Day's always had good kickers over the past few years. Nida made 4 field goals, the longest of which was 49, and could have cleared from 60. How deep it was behind the goalpost.
Hardest part is getting to the trajectory right over the line of scrimmage. That's the toughest part because that's a little bit different than soccer.
And the beauty of Nida, too, as well, she made one from the left hash, made one from the center, made one from the right hash. We can kick from anywhere.
Got my vote.
Here it is. Booted away, line drive. taken by Lynch at the 15. Lynch 20, 25, and out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Running him out of bounds was Joe Ambrose, number 10. One Dev drive sheet, so we'll just follow it down here.
Hope you got more scoring sheets.
We do. If we don't, there's got lots.
Oh, last scoring drive, by the way, 2 plays, 29 yards and 53 seconds.
Which makes the whole purpose of the drive sheets worthwhile. First and 10 for the Cats, a minute 20 to go. They trail 28-7. Getting the football for Shenango was Stubel. And Stubel will get into the line, maybe a gain of a yard. Tom Zalesnik, Tom Chakowski, all there to make the stop, as was missing one here. Brandon Flasco, number 44. I don't know how you could miss him. He's right here in the nose position.
Makes interceptions, remember?
That's him. That's where I was confused. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. 48 to go in the half. Albertini again with the football and getting across the 30 to 33-yard line. Flasco again on the stop, 33 to go. And I think the Cats are just going to run it out here and try and regroup and come up with a plan to try and cut in this deficit in the second half. Lynch split to the far side, 15 to go. Phillips on the misdirection, 35-40, gets the first down, stopping the clock with 6, make it 5 seconds to go.
What a block by Frankie Fusco.
Oh my. Gain on the play is 10. That'll roll the clock. There it goes. That'll do it. End of the first half of action here at Glen Pop Johnson Field. The score at the end of one half of play, the Center High Trojans 28. The Shenango Wildcats 7. 2-minute timeout. We'll come back here to Glen Pop Johnson Field and recap the first half right here on 1280 WKST.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I think it does.
No, it doesn't.
I think it does.
Doesn't matter.
You get a handle on the
West. No, made by Harrisburg people, for Harrisburg people, case closed.
Okay, if you say so. By the way, we will say this much. That's 30 regular season wins in a row for Greenville.
Yep. Well,
that we can say.
There's no question Greenville's a heck of a football team.
That we can say. By the way, the statistics, total yardage in the first half, Shenango 155 yards rushing, 16 yards through the air. Center, a team that was dead last in Beaver County in throwing the football, has thrown for 133 yards, rushed for 71 for 204. You can take those team stats and do whatever you'd like with them as well.
Scoreboard matters. 28-7 in favor of Center.
As I return Mr. Cuba back his chair and get ready for... No. Third quarter action. 28-7 the score in favor of the Trojans of Center High School. Brandon Albertini, the only touchdown of the night for the Wildcats. I'll steal my play-by-play chart back. Cats to kick it away. Joe Pascarella to do so. Good high kick. But short, taken by Coladonato at the 20 to the 25. Oh, he scores 3 from the Powell and gets out to the 36-yard line where the Trojans will put it in play 1st and 10 from there. Their quarterback is T.J. Fontana. Brian Eckhart, Sean Coladonato are the running backs. Scott Jubek, the tight end. Ryan No, the split end. Tackles Corey Miller and Justin Vendemia. Guards Josh Reed and Tom Franklin. David Fitzgerald is the center. And we'll do the Shenango defense after this play. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. And getting the football is Brandon Flasco. And Flasco gets no yardage whatsoever. And I believe that's the same play they ran to start the first half.
It was, and the same result. Jimmy Kosinski just all over it like butter on toast right
Gain
there.
of a yard. 2nd down and 9. James Kaczynski, Frank Fusco are the defensive ends. Jake Collins and looking down on the sheet, Michael Grego, I believe, is in there at the defensive tackle position for the Wildcats. 2nd down and 9. Fontana, the handoff, getting the football is Eckhart. Eckhart fights his way forward for 1st down. Tackle made by Michael Grego. Gain on the play of 11, and it's a 1st down for the Trojans.
That brings the ball all the way out to the 47-yard line. Eckhart's having a nice night, 64 yards so far. Of course, all my stats are unofficial until published in some newspaper somewhere tomorrow.
Or Monday, as the case may be.
Oh, Monday, that's right. Official stats come out Monday.
1st and 10 for the Trojans. Handoff this time, Jason Modrak. And Modrak, gain of 2 to the 49-yard line. Making the stop for Shenango was Brandon Albertini, and also in the game as well was Jared Bolden, number 63.
First time we heard Modrak tonight. Modrak was a key factor earlier in the year for center, but once again, when John Sims more or less established himself as a featured back, then we haven't heard from him. I really believe John Sims is hurt tonight, Mark.
Bolden and Morrison are the outside linebackers. Derek Morrison, Joe Pasquarelli, and Brandon Albertini are the inside backers. 2nd down and 8. Fontana on a little delay, getting the football was Eckhart. Eckhart into Shenango territory at the 49. Secondary for Shenango. Terry Lascola and Ed Lynch. Matt Walzak is the safety. And we see B.J. Stubel back in at one of the outside linebacker positions. 3rd down and 6. Fontana to throw. Looks over the middle. Passes incomplete off the hands of Adam DeFilippe. And the Trojans will have to punt. DeFilippe was open, Stan, but just not couldn't get the hands on the football.
Good pass coverage on behalf of Shenango as well. If he did get the football, he wasn't going to go very far. Shenango late bringing in the punt return team on the field.
Colin and Otto to kick. And I'll tell you what, there's a flag down. Fair catch called for by Stubel at his 10-yard line. We'll see what the flag is.
And we're no question going to see an illegal substitution here. Flag was thrown in the direction of the Shenango bench.
Now, 6 men on the line against...
Very interesting.
Make him kick it again. Anytime that signal is given with a live ball situation,
illegal procedure with a live ball. They let before they blow the whistle, they let the play go.
So that means it's 6 men on the line of scrimmage.
Thank you very much. You learn something new every day.
Puts the ball back inside Shenango territory at the 46. Hold it on Otto. We'll kick it away. Line drive this time. Taken by Stubel at the 20. Stubel brought down after a 3-yard return at the 23-yard line. And the stop was made by, looks to be Pat Castellano, number 15. 1st and 10 for the Cats. 9 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. They trail 28-7 versus the Center High Trojans this evening. Justin Palkovich, the quarterback. B.J. Stubel, Joel Phillips, and Brandon Albertini are the running backs. Stubel with the football, and Stubel will fight his way forward to the 25-yard line for a gain of 2. Center of the Trojan line. And one of those centers was the nose guard, Brandon Flasco, on the stop for the Trojans. 2nd down and 8. Eddie Lynch, the split end, and Matt Walzak is the tight end. Tackles Jake Collins, John Park. Guards James Kaczynski, Frank Fusco. The center, John Montgomery. On a 2nd and 8, pass to Lynch. Did he make the catch? No, they're going to wave it off. Incomplete. Lynch went down for the football, but couldn't come up with it. Officials ruling he scooped the football.
Kind of strange. The official stood on the spot like he was marking the football and was waving incomplete and then just stood there.
But he went for help, though, because he had no clue.
Yeah, okay.
He's coming in from behind the play. He really didn't have an idea if the ball was caught or not, but he got some help from his friends. On the option, Stubel. 25, Stubel to the 30, short of a first down. Fontana there as well as Tom Zalesnik. Out to the 31. It's a gain of 6, but the only problem was they needed 8. So the Cats will have to punt it away 3 and out for Shenango on their first drive of the second half. Jacob Bruno is the long snapper.
How'd you know what I was doing? Perfect snap,
Good snap. Walzak with the punt. It's a high kick. Fair catch called for and taken by Fontana at the 39-yard line. And down there on the coverage was the snapper, Jacob Bruno.
Did you see what he did? Did a great job. He came down there, saw the fair catch, got up to the face of the guy making the fair catch, and then walked around his side, just to let him know he was there. Try to give him a little bit of a distraction. Excellent job by Bruno on the punt defense on that. A little bit of intimidation.
And the flippy split here to the near side. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
There's nothing. Just don't touch the man.
Absolutely. Pitch to Eckhart, trying to go around the end, and Eckhart will turn the corner and gain a couple of yards out to the 41-yard line. Over there was Brandon Albertini. Also getting up from the pile was James Kaczynski, number 65. A gain of 2 on the play for Brian Eckhart.
Eckhart seeing a lot of touches tonight.
Which would leave you even more to believe that Mr. Sims was injured.
Yeah, 13 carries for 68 yards so far.
Which would also lead you to believe that members of the center area coaching staff were not being 100% truthful with yours truly during the pregame analysis.
That happens.
Not that I blame them either. End around, No getting the football. Ryan No to the 44-yard line. Gain of a few yards, make it 4. To get to the 45, where it'll be a third down situation and about 4 for a first down for the Trojans.
I like that name. Ryan No. A little bit of a sinister sound to it. I like that.
Well, he was certainly sinister on that halfback pass.
Oh, yes, he was. He's an excellent ball player, no question.
From Sean Colanado, who, by the way, is split out here to the near side. And the catch just jumped, and that could be a first down.
They got back, but they encroached the neutral zone.
The question is, did the center move the football? We'll find out. They're going to talk this over. And it'll be a 5-yard walk-off against the Cats. David Fitzgerald not guilty of moving the football.
Could be close to a first down, too. Should give it to him.
And it will. It's a first down right at the midfield stripe. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans with 5:55 to go, running third quarter clock. Center leads 28-7. No scoring so far here in the third quarter. Eckhart, the deep back, and he'll get the football in a big hole for Brian Eckhart, crossing the 45 to the 44-yard line. Making the stop for Shenango was Jake Collins, but not before Eckhart rips off a gain of 6 yards.
Collins like ride 'em cowboy on that one.
Holding on for dear life, trying to keep Eckhart from breaking away. Second and a long 4 for the Trojans. We see John Montgomery is checked into the game defensively for the Cats. Handoff first back, that's Flasco. Brandon Flasco on the carry. A pickup of about 3 yards, bringing up a third down situation. Jake Collins again off the bottom of the pile for the Cats.
You said you were here yesterday when they were painting the S and painting the end zones. You said that it was unique. What was unique about that?
Well, not that it's so much it was unique of the process, but unique that it's done. Because what they do is they cut the grass lower to do that, and so it stands out. So the grass is actually a little bit lower in the center of the field, right where the Trojans have the football right now. Long count. Cats flinch but don't jump. Eckhart gets the football, and Eckhart gets stopped to the line of scrimmage. Shutting the door was Jake Collins, and shooting the gap was Brandon Albertini.
The two of them teamed. Collins came a little bit low. Albertini sort of like came from the side up high.
And the Trojans, no thought of going for this here. Get the punt team on quickly. Cats get off quickly as well.
That's what makes this tricky. Center lines up on the ball with their punt team immediately, right now.
Good snap, back to the punter, Colodonato. He gets off a high booming kick. Cats will let this one go. It'll hit in the end zone on a fly for a touchback. With 3:40 remaining in the third quarter. Let's take time. 28-7 our score. Center on top of Shenango. Cats have it first and 10 at their own 20 when we return on 1280 WKST.
For more information on RCLC's winning team, call 658-4539.
Take that back. Joel Phillips on the carry for the Wildcats. And Phillips will get a couple of yards, 2 on the carry, second down and 8 for Shenango. You are listening to high school football on 1280 WKST in Newcastle. Mark Schatz along with Stan Roberts. Lisa LaPree back at the studios flipping all the right dials. 28-7 our score in favor of the Center High Trojans. Palkovich under center, looks to throw. Pass is incomplete off the hands of the receiver, Eddie Lynch. On coverage was Ryan No, number 9.
Nice pass by Palkovich. Eddie having a tough time just coming down with the football right through the hands.
And very nice, as we said, very nice coverage as well by No. Lynch had a little bit of a step on it, but not enough to be able to pull that sucker in.
Tell you what, we go a lot of places. There's none more beautiful than the way they decorate this field.
Oh, no question about it. First class all around here at Glenn Pop Johnson Field. Palkovich to throw on the rollout. Phillips out of the backfield. Makes the catch to the 26, 27-yard line. They're going to mark him back at the 26. I guess no forward progress on that one for Joel Phillips. The guy to make the play was number 44, Brandon Flasco from the nose. That makes the stop.
There he is again.
And the Cats will punt. So it really didn't matter a whole heck of a lot what kind of forward progress.
Pick up a 4. Justin's now 3 of 8 for 20 yards.
Matt Walzak to kick it away inside his own 15. Good high kick. Fair catch called for and dropped, but then picked up by Ryan No. They're saying that when he caught the ball, when Fontana caught the ball, his knee was on the ground. And the official's getting a little bit of heat from Frank Bongivingo.
Well, what happened, well, actually, fortunately for Shenango, that's the way they called it, because somebody was standing right beside Fontana, picked up the ball and started to run. His knee was not on the ground.
That was Ryan No, number 9.
And he would have been eligible to run that football if they'd ruled a legitimate fumble on that play. Right?
Dead at the 46.
Am I right? That's a touchy one.
Taken by Eckhart. You'd have to determine if there was possession, which there might have been a muff. It can't be advanced.
The muff roll.
The 49.
Oh, the muff roll.
Eckhart for 3. Make that 2, I'm sorry. 46 to the 48-yard line. Minute 48 to go in the third quarter.
Quickly moving third quarter. Center's had the ball and done nothing but run with it.
Which when you're leading 28 to 7 is what you're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Take as much time off the clock. Play action. Fontana on the draw. Looked like he was going to drop back to pass and then decide, it's going to take off with the football, and gets into Shenango territory, just crossing the 50, and they'll put the ball with tail end of the football resting on the 50-yard line, so a gain of a yard, third and about 6 for the Trojans. Haven't really seen Fontana run with the football a lot tonight, but he really hasn't had to. As the Center High School offense has been very powerful here this evening. Fontana to throw. Pass is caught. Making the catch for the Trojans was Ryan No, number 9. It is good enough for a first down to the 42. Gain on the play. We'll call it 8, and that's the first down. Stopping the clock with 44 seconds to go in the third quarter.
TJ Fontana now 4 of 6. 79 yards passing here tonight.
Doing a nice job on that. For supposedly a quarterback that doesn't throw a lot. Twins here, the near side receiver to the boundary, the far side. Fontana again on the draw, and Fontana still on his feet, and down to the 35-yard line. As the clock continues to roll, and that is likely to be the final play of the third quarter. Fontana gains 6 to the 36-yard line. Will take time. End of 3 quarters of play here at Glen Pop Johnson Field in Shenango Township. The Center Trojans 28, the Shenango Wildcats 7. Timeout, 60-second timeout on 1280 WKST.
Our automobile accident case goes to trial, but if yours does, you need a lawyer who has been there before. Hello, my name is Larry Kelly. I am a partner in the law firm of Luxembourg, Gurbett, Kelly, and Sapienza, your trial attorneys. My partner, Chuck Garbett, and I have been board certified as civil trial specialists. And so if you have been the victim of medical malpractice or an automobile accident, you can call us in Newcastle at 658-8535 or in Elwood City at 758-7581. No recovery, no fee.
Basically done. We are back here at still having that debate about the rankings and the computer system and all that fun stuff while we were away. Fourth quarter begins. Center with the football at the Shenango 36. Sean Coladonato, the ball carrier, gets to the 35. That's a gain of just a yard. James Kaczynski was there for the Wildcats. Third down and 3 for Center.
What I hate about Ohio's system is you could win your conference and not go to the playoffs. And it goes all the way back to the 20s when we established Gardner points in the first place. And it's the great Newcastle team in the 70s and early 70s went undefeated and didn't go anywhere. That stinks. Keep the computer out of it, but if you want a hypothetical champion, well, let's bring the computer in.
Fontana to throw. Fontana gets away from one man, but he won't get away from Derek Morrison. And the pass is in. They're going to call him down. He was rolled down. Fontana was down before he threw the football. Eddie Lynch had a touchdown for Shenango, but they called him down.
What a great rush by Mark Frampton. He was the first one to get there. The quarterback's ruled down at the 40-yard line. These guys have had some tough calls here tonight.
So fourth down, the ball back at the 40-yard line, which is a loss of, I believe, 5 yards. Punt team is on for Shenango. The return team, punt team for Center Coladonato, will kick this one from about midfield. Boy, that was a sure touchdown for Shenango. Coronado line drive kick trying to pin it out of bounds and pin Shenango in their own territory. The punt goes out of bounds at the 16-yard line, so Coronado does his job getting it outside the 20. We'll take time. 10:28 to go in the football game. 28-7 the score in favor of Center on 1280 WKST.
Menu. Your stomach tells you it wants something more than an appetizer? Don't worry. Joe Mansour, owner of the East Wind Restaurant, can help you out there too with a full menu of delicious salads, soups, and entrees. So after the game tonight, head over to the East Wind Restaurant located at 1418 Butler Avenue right here in Newcastle.
Justin Palkovich's pass incomplete. Intended receiver was Eddie Lynch, and Palkovich basically threw it where no one would get it, throwing it out of the reach of Lynch to avoid a big sack.
Yeah, he didn't have anybody open. He was being pressured, and it was an excellent job by your senior quarterback just to put it in a place where he wouldn't get called for intentional grounding either.
Ball's back to the near side, Lynch to the far side. Palkovich to throw, has time, pumps once, looks short, pass is incomplete. Intended receiver was Joel Phillips out of the backfield, and Brian Eckhart making the play for the Trojans, and Eckhart is down. As the Trojan staff coming onto the field to tend to the injured player, Brian Eckhart.
Immediately tending to his legs, lifting the legs up in the air. Obvious cramp.
Not usual to see that in week 7 of the season, but because of the strange weather conditions we've been having, still on the warm side?
No, supposedly no cash. Don't believe that.
Well,
I don't.
There's no cash in that fund. Lots of cash in Mr. Marino's fund.
It's all ploy, in my opinion. I better keep sticking my opinion in there, right?
3rd and 10 from the 16. Palkovich rolls. Justin's going to tuck it under and run with it. Justin hit, and he fights his way forward. It'll be short of a first down by about a yard to the 25-yard line with 10 minutes to play exactly in the 4th quarter. And Justin got a generous spot. He's still short, but a generous spot nevertheless. Of course, the Penguin situation, well, you're not saying anything that I haven't said already. Anyone that listens to Sportslight knows that they predicted within 3 years that this team would no longer be playing in the city of Pittsburgh.
It'll be shorter than that, right?
I think you might be right. Stretch the sticks, and he's short by about the length of a football.
What I want to know is what they told Mario. Why was he all smiles last week?
I don't know. I haven't figured that one out yet either. Clock will roll. It's a 4th down situation. Cats got to go for it.
Let's keep an eye on the line. They've been riding their backs before.
Set the sticks back. Clock will roll on the ready for play. Any day now. Thank you. There it goes.
Let's see, 6'1", 275-pound junior, John Montgomery.
Pitch to Stubel. Stubel's got a first down. Stubel down the sideline. He could go midfield to the 40. B.J. Stubel brought down from behind, but a great play by the Wildcats. Everybody's in sight. We'll pitch it to Stubel, and Stubel will rumble his way forward for a gain of 36 yards for B.J. Stubel.
Well, I was wrong about Montgomery. It was Park with the big block on that play. Oh, my. He just crashed out the linebacker.
9:30 to go. Cats got to score and score quick. Palkovich fakes the run, looks to throw. Lynch is open, incomplete. As he got a step on Ryan No.
Ryan No got a bump on Eddie Lynch. No call. Could have been a holding call there.
And I believe we have a roughing the passer call. I thought it was late, but it was. As there is a marker down somewhere in that sea of...
It's at about 8 o'clock in the yellow.
Okay, there we go. I see it now. That would be roughing the passer. Roughing the passer to call against the Trojans. I thought the hit looked late. And it was. So he'll take the football all the way down to the 23-yard line. 15-yard walk-off against the Trojans. If the Cats can get in here in the next couple of minutes, could make things very interesting. Palkovich to throw. Complete to Phillips. Phillips to the 20. Still on his feet. Inside the 20 to the 16-yard line, short of a first down, and a gain of about 7 yards. On the completion, Palkovich to Joel Phillips.
Just now 4 of 11 for 27. Getting a little bit better.
Clock, however, against the Wildcats, continuing to roll with 8:50 to go. Lynch here to the near side. Phillips in the slot. Handoff Stubel, and Stubel is met hard. Making the play for the Trojans was Corey Miller, number 62.
And BJ lost 2 on that one.
Back to the 18-yard line.
Even with the 2-yard loss, unofficially 13 for 79 here tonight.
Not the 150-yard numbers that we've been seeing from B.J. Stubel, but the running's been tough this evening for the senior running back for the Cats. 3rd down and 5. Palkovich on the option. Stubel lost it, and we'll see who's got it. I think center has it. They stop the clock. Center has the football. And it looked like that Flasco recovered the football. Brandon Flasco, number 44.
Well, there was a situation where Palkovich held on to it just for a fraction too long. Got hit as he was trying to get rid of the ball, and that's what caused the turnover.
And with that, unless a minor miracle occurs,
and you can't,
it goes to home playoff chances for the Wildcats.
You can't really fault him because he's the best at doing that.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 18. Fontana on the keeper, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. That is all.
Jake Collins again with a high tackle. He's had a lot of them here tonight.
As was Mark Frampton, number 20. Gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9, spotted at the 18-yard line. Clock continuing to roll with 7:20 to go. Montana taking his time. Handoff deep back, Eckhart. Eckhart surging his way forward, crossing the 20 to the 22-yard line. Brandon Albertini and Joey Pascarella there to make the plays for the Wildcats.
16 carries, 78 yards tonight for your Brian Eckhart.
As B.J. Stubel and Justin Palkovich here on the near side, right in front of us.
Yeah, Derek Morrison now in the game.
Getting some playing time at the corner is Jacob Bruno, number 25. Cats lean, but don't jump. Fontana, handoff Eckhart. Eckhart to the line of scrimmage, that's it. Nothing doing for Brian Eckhart. The center will be forced to punt it away. It'll be a 4th and 7. As B.J. Stubel will have to come back on the field to receive the punt, back deep along with Eddie Lynch. Sean Coladonato will receive the snap inside his own 10. Put it on a punch block. It's loose, and it's picked up by Shenango. Joey Pasquarella got the block on the punt. The ball was recovered by number 52, Steve Seeley, at the 20-yard line, and that may be the miracle we were hunting for.
5:39 to go in the game. Shenango down by 21. Seeley doing a great job. That ball bounced around. Finally, Seeley basically grabbed it off one of the center Trojans and wrestled it to the ground.
The ball is still behind the line of scrimmage. They can advance it. Palkovich to throw. Under pressure, Palkovich is sacked. Ball is loose. Picked up by Albertini, and Albertini is sacked way back at the 30-yard line, which will be a loss of 10 yards.
Tom Zalesnik lowered the boom on Albertini after he picked up the football. Basically saw what was going to happen. He just came up and just racked him.
And I would think the way they were congratulating that Tchaikovsky might have been the guy that got the lick on Justin Palkovich.
On Palkovich, yeah. Give Justin credit. He stood in the pocket, though. He took the lick. He was looking for receivers till the very last second.
Palkovich calling signals. Under pressure, great block by Stubel. Palkovich throws it up into the end zone, and it is no good. Incomplete. Making the diving attempt for the football was Eddie Lynch.
There's a Trojan down in the back corner of the end zone as he made his diving attempt. Somebody really got racked as far as an ankle or something is concerned with center.
And we are back here. Glenn Pop Johnson Field. The injured player was Ryan No, and I think from the way they were moving the leg around again, that also was a cramp for Mr. No. Be a 3rd down and 20 from the 30 of center. Shenango with the football. They trail 28-7 with triple fours on the clock. 4:44 to go. Palkovich will call a timeout.
It looked like center was coming with a dog immediately, and Justin knew that he had pass play called, and he didn't really like the situation.
Timeout on the field. Again, 4:44 to go. 28-7 the score. Let's take a timeout on 1280 WKST. York in the 4th inning. Catch the end of that one a little bit later on. Of course, the ESPN radio. Sounds of Sinatra, by the way, coming up after our broadcast this evening. Palkovich pitch to Stubel on the option. BJ, nothing doing. He'll lose 2 on the play. Joe Nally was there for the Trojans. 4th down and 22 from the 32-yard line of center.
Well, no question, 4-down territory here. Last time they went to Eddie Lynch on that pass pattern to the far corner, it was open. Eddie's going to wind up to the near side here.
Lynch to the near side, and as we said, Walzak to the far side. Palkovich to throw. Palkovich will be sacked for a loss. Boy, 3 Trojans in there. Tom Tchaikovsky, Brandon Flasco, all in there making the play for the Trojans.
Tchaikovsky is the guy that really made the big hit. He came right up the middle. He made Justin break down. What I mean by break down, Justin had nowhere to go. He sort of like lowered his shoulders, and Tchaikovsky just came right at the numbers at that point, and Palkovich couldn't go to his right and couldn't go to his left after he broke down on a play like that. And it goes over on downs.
On the sack, a loss of 8. Center gets the football at their own 40 with 3:56 to go, and they lead 28-7.
Give the Trojans credit. Their defense really rose to the occasion here tonight, just like we talked about in the pregame.
Double tight power eye for center. Eckhart, the ball carrier. Eckhart gets back to the line of scrimmage. James Kaczynski was there, as was Derek Morrison. I'll take that back. There was Frank Fusco, number 66.
Was it last year or the year before they made a big deal of the Trojan defense? They didn't give up a touchdown for something like
last year.
Almost the whole year? Well, we see why.
No, take that back. That was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years
because
ago.
The Wolverines went down there and played in the non-league game against Center, and they Center shut them out 10-0. Adam Dick with base split here to the near side again, power I. I think Mr. Eckhart will be getting the football. And a delay of game penalty called against the center area Trojans. 5-yard walk-off will put it back at the 35-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 15. And Fontana's got to do a better job of looking at the official on that one.
Well, next week we'll be right back here again.
And what is now, with the result of this game, looking in the, it's only 3-10 away, is a very crucial game just for the playoff hopes of the Shenango Wildcats.
New Brighton is coming in. New Brighton's taking their lumps this year. They've lost to Beaver Falls in the Little Brown Jug game.
Full house, long count. Fontana hands off to Eckhart. Eckhart will get maybe a yard or two.
Lost last night in that controversial game Mark was talking about earlier.
Jake Collins again on the stop, as was Derek Morrison, number 81. 3rd and 13, gain of 2 on the last play. So the standings will look like this. Center at 6-0, Aliquippa at 6-1, Shenango falls to 4-2. Then, of course, you got that big log jam of Beaver Falls and New Brighton at 3-3.
New Brighton lost to the center team 38-6 in week 2.
Fontana, play action, looking, rolling. He'll be sacked on the play. Mark Frampton blitzing from the linebacker spot, making the sack all the way inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Loss of 13 now makes it 4th down and 26 for a first down.
Mark Frampton's played a whale of a game, especially on those dogs.
Of course, the Cats, again, as we said, home next week to New Brighton, and then they finish up at Mohawk on the final week of the regular season. Colandonato to punt. This time gets away. It's a short kick, and it will hit out of bounds. We'll see where they spot the football at the 43-yard line of center with a minute 40 to go in the football game.
Completing the New Brighton enigma of this season, one of their wins is against Aliquippa. So how can you beat Aliquippa, lose the center by over 30 points, lose the Beaver Falls,
which in terms of the Gardner points, maybe not so much the playoff, maybe not so much the tiebreaker points, but in Gardner points is humongous. Alkovich to throw. Pass is incomplete. Intended receiver was Lynch, and Lynch was wide open and buried by Brian Eckhart as he went up for the football. Great hit by Eckhart and great effort by Eddie Lynch, and both of those guys getting together. And
well, they teach you either play ball or play man. Eckhart definitely played man. He just came in. Who was the defensive back that got suspended a couple weeks ago from Kansas City for doing that?
Oh.
Well, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Sorry about that. But he was definitely concentrating on lowering the boom on Eddie Lynch.
Alkovich to throw, trying to set the screen up to Stubel, and this is going to be a massive... And it's going to call it. They're going to call this a fumble. Stubel dropped the football. It was picked up by center, and advancing the football was Brandon Flasco, number 44.
To the 40-yard line.
The stop was made by Bruce Biggins, number 85.
And that makes sense because Eddie Lynch had possession. He actually took a couple steps. He was hit, ball dropped loose, and the Trojans returned the ball to the Shenango 40-yard line.
He was at the 48. That was Stubel.
So the screen is, I believe it was Stubel on the screen.
Was it Stubel?
It was Stubel.
I apologize.
No problem. We take care of ourselves here. Two teams, there's a team of officials, and then there's a team of broadcasters.
That's right.
And we take care of ourselves.
That's why,
I question...
That's why I stopped the play on the 40-yard line.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Took care of me, too.
Well, I was too busy worrying about the officials who I think may have blown one here, but that's okay. And a delay of game penalty with 1:23 to go.
Center in victory formation, too, here against Shenango. Why would that have been a blown play?
Because I don't think Stubel had possession.
Oh, you don't think he did? Oh, okay.
That was awful close, let's put it that way. Though, no penalty. Center in the victory formation, as Stan said. Fontana will take a knee. And I think, Frank will just let the clock run out here. Center will snap the football, and that'll do it. That's what's going to happen. Under a minute to play. Not the way the Cats drew it up here this evening. Fontana, there goes the hand up, and he'll take a knee with 45 to go.
And they're going to have to snap one more time. It's only going to be third down, so center is safe.
Boy, I'll tell you what sets up a huge matchup next week. One of two teams could fall out of the playoff race next week. Here at Glen Park Johnson Field. Shenango and New Brighton in 1 week. 14 to go. Fontana takes a knee, and that will do it. That's the end of the game with the final score. Center 28, Shenango 7. Back after this 2-minute timeout to wrap things up here from Glen Park Johnson Field. You're listening to high school football on 1280 WKST.